shot at the buzzer. Got it! She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Brady, hello! Did it again. Hello! Made the highlight reel again. That goes to Mentor and all kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello! There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow.
This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
We're on to our second semifinal. Two teams meeting for a second time this year. There could very likely be a third get-together in the postseason as well. It's Ben Davis and Southport winning against LN and a right to play for the Marion County title tomorrow night. Tonight's game on IHSAA and MyNDTV, presented in part by Forum Credit Union, helping people live their financial dreams for over 80 years. Innovative products and services. Visit online at forumcu.com. By Indiana State University, where Sycamores continually prove that real game changers wear blue. By Franciscan Sports Medicine. Visit franciscanhealth.org/sports training for more. By GXO Logistics, we engineer faster, smarter, leaner supply chains. Learn more at gxo.com. By Wabash College, visit Wabash today at wabash.edu. And by Warner Financial, from investments in planning for retirement to partnerships and tax strategy, Warner Financial does it all. Plus our friends at WGU Indiana. WGU, the University of You. My name is Greg Rakestraw, and we are thrilled to be joined tonight by a man that spent 30 years as the head coach at DePaul University. Before that, the head coach in the airplane hangar days at Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. That would be Bill Fenlon. Bill, it's great to have you here.
With the cannon.
I got to go to basketball camp. Dick Baumgartner's shooting camp, attended it at Rose-Hulman in the summer of 1990. I loved Shook Fieldhouse. Great place.
It was an iconic kind of place and a little bit creepy. But as you may, I don't know if you ever went to a game there, but they had a literal, real cannon that when Rose-Hulman came out on the floor, they would blow the cannon up. But if you were a freshman playing on the visiting team, your teammates would intentionally not tell you about the cannon. And I'm telling you, I've seen guys jump 6 feet in the air when that cannon went off.
Well, this venue in Southport Fieldhouse is also iconic. It's not at all creepy, and there's no cannon fire expected in tonight's game. Although what Ben Davis can do to you might feel like cannon fire. 16-0. What are you looking? You've heard a lot about Ben Davis. You're seeing him for the first time this year, Bill. What are you looking forward to the most?
Well, I'm really excited to see, clearly a team that's proving themselves to be one of the best in the state. And but you're in a tournament-style situation, and you're playing against another good basketball team. So that's the beauty of the game. You like to see guys nose up. You're in the middle of the season, and you've got a chance if you're Southport to maybe make a little bit of a name for yourself tonight. And if you're Ben Davis, it's about keeping it going.
For Ben Davis at 16-0, they have matched their best start since the 1993-94 season. That was in the one-class days, and that team made the Final Four at the then Hoosier Dome. If Ben Davis wins tonight, it would be their best start since the 1935-36 season, when that group went 19-0. These two teams have played before this year in this building. A Wednesday night game, November the 30th. Southport took Ben Davis to overtime. So as a college coach, you're used to seeing a team a second time, sometimes a third team in pretty short order. How much do both of these coaches go to school on that game that happened some 6 weeks ago?
Well, I think you always want to be the team that won, right? A lot of people say, well, actually when you're talking about it's hard to beat a team 3 times, I'd always like to be the guy that won 2 times. But I think if you're Southport, you're thinking, all right, one possession here or there, we win that game. So clearly they're not going to have stars in their eyes today. They're going to feel like this is a team we can beat. We've already been right there with them. And So I don't think there's going to be any intimidation factor with the fact that Ben Davis happens to be 16-0 at this time.
Both of these teams exceedingly experienced. So we have our starting lineups coming up in a few moments. You will see 9 of 10 names belonging to seniors. The one that is a non-senior is a second-year varsity player. He is a sophomore who, oh, by the way, was offered a football scholarship by Purdue today. That would be Mark Zachary, a two-sport athlete as a freshman, let alone as a sophomore at Ben Davis High School. This Ben Davis team, no player averages more than 14 points a game. In their last 3 games, they've had 3 different leading scorers. What does that tell you about Don Carlisle?
Well, it tells you they got a lot of good players, right? And they're also equal opportunity, and they're also figuring out how to play together, right? I think if you can get the other guy from a lot of different directions, then that's how you go 16-0, because on any given night, you can't just depend on one guy. So they've got depth. They've got a bunch of guys who can hurt you in different ways, and I think that that's why they're in the position that they are right now.
They've also got size. A young man in Zane Dowdy, who of their senior class is their highest level recruit, a likely Indiana All-Star, is going to play at Valparaiso University. He is 6'9". He is 25 rebounds away from the all-time school record at Ben Davis High School. Again, they've been playing basketball at BD for 106 years.
Is that official? Who's he going to be taking over for?
It's Facebook official. We'll call it that.
All right.
Much. We'll do some more research.
It's on the internet somewhere.
Which means it has to be true, right? Of course. So we'll chronicle that as the game goes along as well. We'll take this quick time out. We'll come back. We'll get Coach's thoughts to the keys to the game, and we'll tease you with how good the hospitality room is at Southport Fieldhouse. And yes, folks, you're on live TV as we speak. Back with more in a moment as you're watching on ISC and MyIndy TV.
The Gridiron Gang is excited to now offer quarterback development training led by professional quarterback coach J.C. Boyce. From the beginner just getting started to the experienced seeking advanced refinement, Coach J.C. has worked with NFL, NCAA, high school, and youth quarterbacks. The fully comprehensive programs include both on and off-field training with an age and skill level appropriate small groups. Coach J.C.'s personalized approach accelerates the quarterback's learning curve and overall self-confidence.
Other universities didn't fit into my life.
They said I'd have to quit my job to go to school.
They said it would take me 4 years to graduate.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Ball here. Harris scores. With 19 seconds.
Fake players, big boy. I'm telling you right now, that's awesome. I love it.
You get a layup taken and an and one. The King of the County is a trophy that is up for grabs anytime the holder of said trophy, and automatically whoever wins the Marion County tournament becomes the King of the County. So that is on display tonight, and it is always kind of shown off to the side of the court or at the center court during the warm-ups.
What's the red box?
So that is known as the dope box, and that is a terminology or slang dating back to like the 30s, 40s, 50s. And so teams that own the King of the County are welcome to put like little trinkets, information about themselves in that box. That is a treasure trove. That is decades of Hoosier basketball memorabilia that is in those two boxes as we speak.
I've never heard that. That is really cool.
One of the great traditions. Again, folks, this is the 104th playing of the Marion County Championship, and we are thrilled to bring it to you here for a second year.
You've only been to what, 70 of those?
Only been about 79 of those,
okay.
and it's been called like 56 of them at this point. With that, let's get to our keys to the game. They are brought to us by GXO Logistics. Unlock your potential with a career at GXO Logistics. Visit gxo.job/Indiana today as the King of the County is being wheeled off to the side. What are you focusing on in terms of keys for each of these two teams tonight?
Well, you're going to keep letting me do this, but I'm not going to change what I think is important very often. And I think taking care of the basketball is a really big deal. You know, we talked about it at the in the first game. You know, you got to take care of it when you got it, and you got to go get it when you don't. And so I think rebounding secondarily will be a really big deal for Southport. They've got to be able to rebound with Ben Davis today.
I don't mind you not changing your tune. You won 480 basketball games as a college coach. Clearly, you know what you're doing. There you see Eric Brand on the sideline. Eric himself, a fantastic basketball player at Bethel University, played professionally, spent 1 year as the head coach at South Bend Riley, now in his 5th year as the head coach at Southport, and frankly, he's been building towards this year the last couple of 3 years. This group has played together. Their top 7 players are seniors. Southport is a real factor in terms of getting away of Ben Davis winning a Marion County title and potentially on the path to a state championship. Two good teams squaring off momentarily. Ben Davis and Southport. Starting lineups, opening tip-off come your way next as you're watching on ISC and MyIndyTV.
Hi, my name is Jason Werner of Werner Financial, an independent investment firm here in Indianapolis. With 10 years of experience as an independent advisor, we provide value to our clients by creating customized investment solutions ranging from managed personal portfolios, 401k planning, and income distribution for retirement plans. We have built Werner Financial with a strong focus in research, diligence to all of our plans, and strong communication with every client. We would love the opportunity to show you our process with a no-cost consultation to discuss your financial future.
McCulling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is caught.
There you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Ellen's way.
Wrestler! Whoa! Good crowd, as you'd expect, on hand, knowing the host squad Southport has made the semifinals for a second consecutive year. Cardinals have not won the Marion County tournament since 1990. That year, Bill Springer took the Southport Cardinals all the way to the state Final Four, the first that was played at the Hoosier Dome, the one that 41,000 legally were in there, and 4.5 million will tell you they were there for that game. Ben Davis is looking for their first Marion County championship since 1995. Yes, they have won 3 state championships since the last time they won the Marion County championship. That is how hard it is to win this 4-game in 5-day tournament. Starting lineups are brought to us by Franciscan Sports Medicine. If joint or muscle pain has you on the sideline, Franciscan Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialist get in the huddle to help you find the right game plan. Visit franciscanhealth.org/sports training for more information. How good is Ben Davis? They have a likely Division I player coming off the bench. That is KJ Wyndham, who is a junior. He missed 3 games due to injury. During that time, the young man that was just introduced in Mark Zachary was inserted in the starting lineup. How good is Mark? Well, I told you the Purdue story from earlier in football. He was also named the Hall of Fame Classic MVP. He's normally Ben Davis's 6th leading scorer. Zachary, Sharp, Butler, Arnold, and Zane Dowdy. Again, the 4 seniors all will play at the Division I or Division II level next year off of this starting 5 for head coach Don Carlisle, giving a hug to Zane Dowdy as we speak. Now for the flip side, for Eric Brand's Southport Cardinals. Again, their 5-man starting lineup, all seniors. That's A.J. Danson that is on your screen, their leading scorer, at 20 points, 3 boards, and 3 rebounds a game. Keon Miller is their point guard, 11 points, 3 boards, and 4 assists a game. And they have, while a young man that doesn't match up exactly in size, one of the few locally that can match the physicality of Zane Dowdy, Nickens Lemba, who is announced as we speak. 6'6" senior, 7 points and 5 rebounds a game. Bill, final thoughts before this one goes live.
Well, I'm excited for this one. These guys are fired up. We got a good crowd in here, and again, we'll see how we get started. See if anybody's got a little nerves going on. It's a big game, and once again, I think possession of the basketball is going to be a big deal tonight.
The Ben Davis Giants are going to run that mark to 17-0. It was in this game, game number 17. 29 years ago, they lost for the first time. That night to Carmel. Dowdy wins the tip. Arnold tracks it down, and just like that, Ben Davis up 2, 4 seconds in.
Not really a good setup on the tip. Got to be a little more defensive when you're going against a 6'9" guy that can hop like that.
Ben Davis, a team that'll play exclusively man-to-man. Pretty good guard play, though, in Miller, or it's Dantzler, rather, that finds Jaden Pinkston. Jaden wears number 2. Jeff wears number 10 for Southport. Jaden 7 points a game, Jeff just 2. Not much in terms of points off the bench for Southport. That is different for Ben Davis, with guys like Wyndham and Mark White getting regular minutes off the bench. Ben Davis, also a team that doesn't mind. They'll run through their half-court sets to get the look they want. Clay Butler sticks the triple. The ability to run off those sets, that comes from Don Carlisle's background as Sharp commits the reach-in foul. Don, of course, played collegiately at IUPUI, was that school's all-time leading rebounder for 20 years, played professionally overseas and in what is now known as the G League. Back when it was the D League, Don played in that league as well.
Well, they started out going with a middle high ball screen and trying to suck some help in from the weak side. He skipped it over for a wide open 3.
Lemba rips that one away from Dowdy. Doesn't happen very often. Lemba looking to make a move, and Arnold is there to clean up the loose change. The rebounds that Dowdy doesn't get, Arnold usually does for Ben Davis. Sharp somehow find Clay Butler, and I think they're going to get the foul against Southport and send Butler to the line for 3 freebies.
You know, he kind of tripped, fell, and just sort of rolled underneath him as he came down from that 3-point shot. That was just a tough break right there.
Butler 12 points and 3 steals in Wednesday's victory for the Giants against Warren Central, their second win against the Warriors this year. Tonight's game presented in part by Wabash College, over the nation's #1 ranked alumni network and 3rd ranked internship program. 2 great reasons to consider a campus visit. When you visit, you learn that Wabash is also nationally ranked for the excellence and accessibility of its faculty, the classroom experience, and their athletic facilities. Call Wabash at 765-361-6100 or visit wabash.edu. Butler will play at Division II Lincoln University in Missouri next year. Historically black college and university. He misses the 3rd of the 3. 5-point lead for Ben Davis. Ball poked away. 3-on-1. Zachary throws it up. Dowdy couldn't get it to go. He's kind of too far for a dunk. And Butler now will slow things down for BD.
I think he did the right thing to not try to dunk it there. He just didn't finish it.
Butler goes right behind Dowdy. Zachary turns down the 2. Now Sharp on the bounce. The lead, and Lemba knocks it away from Dowdy. First Ben Davis turnover. We said Lemba's one of the few guys that Dowdy will play on the rest of their schedule that will match him athletically. 3 by Dantzler does not go, and there is Zane Dowdy soaring for another rebound for Ben Davis. Sharp will settle things down. Sharp, the only one of this group in terms of the seniors that is uncommitted in terms of where he's playing next year. Arnold got Lemba in the air, drew the foul, and Sean Arnold will shoot 2.
I love that play because he drives it hard, he plays off of 2 feet, and then he freezes him with a fake. And not only does that allow him to get the balance, it allows those guys in the striped shirts to really take a good look, load up their whistle, and call it.
Tonight's game presented in part by GXO Logistics. Unlock your potential with a career at GXO Logistics. Visit gxo.job/Indiana today. Arnold averaging 7 points a game. He's 1 of 2 from the line. A 6-0 spurt by Ben Davis. And Pinkston may have been away with an extra step and takes advantage of it on the back cut, scores it.
Great pass.
Pinkston's got both buckets so far for Southport. Full court man pickup by Southport. It's a Ben Davis team that is so difficult to trap and press. And as I say that, Butler simply lost it. Throw it ahead for Lemba. Lemba scores it. Off the second BD turnover, Nickens Lemba gets his first field goal. Butler lets a man fly by, misses. Dowdy keeps the possession alive. Now he'll go to work and got the bucket. Official says that was a flop, not enough there. Dowdy gets his first field goal.
You got to feel like it's one thing or the other right there. It's either an offensive foul or a defensive foul. There's just a lot of contact.
KJ Wyndham will check in next stoppage and play for Ben Davis. There's Miller on the bounce. Lemba a bobble and a turnover. Second for Southport. So in comes Wyndham. His older brother Jalen, former Indiana All-Star, plays currently at Ball State. Last time it was good news, bad news for KJ. He had 5 first quarter threes the last time he played in this building on December 10th. He then rolled his ankle in the third quarter and missed the next 3 games.
Ouch.
But since that time, when he's come back, he's been the 6th man. He has got some microwave-like tendencies. If the first one goes, look out. Miller, good defense on Sheridan Sharp. Older brother Jalen for Wyndham, a part of that last Ben Davis title team in 2017. Great hustle by Arnold, then he is fouled. And Arnold is the absolute glue guy on this Ben Davis team. He gets to virtually every loose ball.
Well, they were looking at the high-low right there. He had it. Didn't really see the help when he threw it in there, and they were able to knock it loose and then get called for a foul.
Sharp on the bounce, hangs in midair, Wyndham from the corner, not that time.
I thought for a second he might be getting paid by the dribble because he just dribbled the air out of that thing for, not sure if they were trying to run a set, trying to get into something, but looked like he was a little bit confused out there on the wing.
Shane Hanlon will check in, 6'4" senior for Southport. 1.5 and a rebound and a half a game. 7, at most 8 is what Coach Brand will look to play for the Cardinals. And foul on Arnold, his first. And team foul number 2. Pinkston, 3 in the corner, got it. Jaden Pinkston's got 7, that's what he averages per game. He's got 7 of the first 9 for the Cardinals.
Little middle ball screen roll and replace action.
And steps called.
Both teams kind of using that. And when the guy rolls hard from the middle ball screen, somebody's got to help on that. And that's what allows you to skip it over to open perimeter guys.
You've got 2 coaches that have extensive college and professional experience. How are you seeing that reflected in how this game's being
That's
played?
exactly how I'm seeing it. That middle ball screen, that stuff is just really, really popular. Guys are doing it all over the place. You see it again right there.
Dantzler takes a tumble. Officials say play on.
Yeah, you can just tell that's a big part of the diet here for both squads.
Miller 3 to put Southport in front. Got it. Keon Miller. Second made 3 by the Cardinals. As a team, they make 4.5 a game. They're a 29% three-point shooting outfit. Now Southport takes a late first quarter lead. Ben Davis knew they were in for a battle tonight. And again, this is not a conference foe for them. It is a sectional foe for them. That's why nothing is guaranteed when you come from Marion County or greater Indianapolis. Butler to put Ben Davis back in front. No. Arnold off his hands, out of bounds.
That time they went to a single side ball screen with a little flare screening action on the backside and just weren't able to complete it.
Miller gets downhill. The slip to Lemba. Nickens Lemba with 4.
And when you don't help on the middle ball screen roll, you get layups. Really important that you have a ball handler that can read what's going on there.
Dowdy catches about 15 feet from the basket, which is not his strong suit. That is Wyndham's strong suit, as evidenced by the make. Second made 3 for Ben Davis.
Good call there, partner.
I've had Ben Davis just a few times this year. And that will be steps called against Pinkston. Third Southport turnover. It's our second time having the Cardinals. We had one of their 4 losses earlier this year, as you see Wyndham's make at the other end. That was against Crown Point here in the 4M Tip-Off Classic. Last loss for Southport was last Saturday against a pretty good New Pal team. It is a real good year for the 4A schools in Hancock County. Mount Vernon starting 3 freshmen, and they're over 500. Greenfield Central's 8-1 going into tonight's game against Newcastle. Butler cut off in the lane. Good defense by Southport. Sharp with Lemba on him, trying to figure out how to best attack that. I'm not sure that was the best way, but it all worked out. Butler lines one up, misses it, but it's Dowdy. Wyndham again. Third time's the charm on that possession.
They had a mismatch in 2 different places there. Really weren't able to take advantage, but they were able to get the offensive rebound and find the shooter.
So back-to-back threes. Miller around Dowdy and scores it. Miller's got 5. We're tied at 16. Sharp in time, but a little too strong. Fun first quarter. 16 apiece between Ben Davis and Southport. Second quarter action comes your way next. You're watching the Marion County Semifinals on ISC and MyIndy TV.
Wabash men are leaders. In this environment, self-governance is a way of life. Students develop strong leadership skills in classes and labs, on the field and stage, and in clubs and organizations. These men are prepared to take on campus and the world beyond. 1 in 10 of our graduates hold high leadership positions. Presidents, owners, founders, you name it. When you want to lead, you go to a leading school. Come to Wabash. Lead more.
Still on his feet. Stevens lunges. Are you kidding me? Champions of Marion County. Unbelievable. Touchdown.
Living up to that last name. Wabash has the lead for the first time today. So that was going to be a highlight reel.
Oh, baby. Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
The Southport Cardinal, not as active as, say, the St. Joseph Hawk over there in the corner. Greg Rakestraw, Bill
give him
Finland
a chance. Give him a chance.
Well, the St. Joseph Hawk is also on full scholarship to flap its arms the entire game. I'm not sure what sort of.
But how do you think you get to be the St. Joseph Hawk?
I agree with you on that front. I'm not sure the Southport Cardinal is aware of who the St. Joseph Hawk is. 16 apiece here in the Marion County Semifinals. Weather against Lawrence North tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Mike Broad will join me for that one. Deep 3, Dantzler, no. With the rebound to Hanlon. Dantzler has yet to score. Got Wyndham in his hip pocket right now. Lemba looking to go to work on Dowdy. Right idea, and pretty good up by Hanlon to track that down. Lemba, the jump hook, no. Wasn't a bad move. The seal by Dowdy. Dowdy got fouled, and Zane takes a tumble. He's a tough kid. He'll hop right back up. Zane Dowdy will shoot 2.
He got a good early post position right there, and there wasn't a great effort to get around. And a good entry pass.
Tonight's game presented in part by WGU Indiana. The state's fully accredited online university offering more than 60 bachelor's and master's degrees in business, teaching, nursing, and IT. WGU Indiana exists to create pathways to opportunity for Hoosiers with its flexible model designed to meet you where you are in life and at a fraction of the cost of a traditional four-year school. Visit WGU.edu to start your journey towards degree completion. WGU Indiana, the University of You. First free throw made by Dowdy, his third point of the game. And connects on that one too for the, almost said Valparaiso Crusader, the Valparaiso Beacons now of the Missouri Valley Conference.
They're the what?
The Beacons, that's their new nickname.
The Beacons.
No longer the Crusaders. Pinkston back in. That's Jeff Pinkston. Lemba on the drive, and again, Dowdy volleyball spikes it away. Miller from the side of the backboard.
Wow, tough shot.
That's the second time he's made one with that kind of angle. 18 apiece. Butler just waiting for the big to get set for the screen, and Lemba had that time perfect, just didn't grab it. Sharp left alone, and not that time. Maybe not the best decision for Sharp.
Took a lot of time to think about it right there.
Dantzler a bobble, but has time to recover. Mark White in there, by the way, for Ben Davis, as Arnold gets a respite. White, the second leading scorer off the bench. Sharp, Wyndham, 2v1. Wyndham, no, but White crashes, and White scores it. Mark White the bucket. White averaging 5.5 points a game, and little dust up at the end of the play as Dantzler and Butler. Pinkston playing the role of mediator between the two of them. And both players talk with our official about the activities after the play.
Not sure what really happened right there.
It's one of those moments where we kind of are looking down to update scorecards and things like that, look up, and there's a full-blown conversation taking place. Now a 30-second timeout is going to be called by Don Carlisle just to kind of settle things down for his team for a matter of moments. And that time Dantzler kind of got tripped up on his own guy, and then Dantzler didn't like the...
Well, he kind of, he threw it to him like he was going to inbound it, and he didn't like the way he threw it to him, and he threw it back at him. And I'm surprised that the throw at him wasn't a technical foul.
That 30-second timeout taken by Ben Davis and presented by Indiana State University. Graduating outstanding Sycamores since 1865. Real risk takers, real achievers, and real game changers wear blue. Find out more at indstate.edu.
The officials could have been looking where we were looking, which is not at that play. Because normally you're probably going to have something happen right there.
Full court pickup by Ben Davis, but no trap. Ben Davis oftentimes will kind of pick up the defensive pressure to start quarter number 3. Zachary draws a defensive assignment on Dantzler. Dantzler, the step back from 21, got it. Tough three. Young man is a 35% three-point shooter. And after Dantzler was in the dust-up, he answered the three.
That is a tough shot.
And then Dantzler meets Sharp at the point and takes it away. Then Dantzler is fouled. I think they'll say before the shot. Nope, on the way up, 2. 2 free throws coming up for A.J. Dantzler. And now after a conversation, they'll reverse course and say, nope, non-shooting foul. Mark White, the guilty party.
I don't know if that's right or wrong, but I don't know how you overrule that.
White then throws it off of Pinkston, got the steal. Both teams now with 4 turnovers. And then Dantzler will be called for the hand check foul. His first and team foul number 4.
That's one of those calls that, okay, things are getting a little goofy. Let's take it easy out here.
Settle everybody down a little bit.
when you're a player, you just hate to have that one called on you.
Wyndham off a series of screens. Ball intended for Dowdy, found its way to Mark White. Somehow that pass found Wyndham, and Wyndham a miss after making a couple of earlier threes from the opposite side. White draws a defensive assignment on Dantzler. Again, the high ball screen. Ben Davis thought that should have been a travel. And now a timeout going to be taken by Eric Brand. A 30-second timeout for Southport again. We'll keep it here. This 30-second timeout presented by Warner Financial. A firm who utilizes customized investment solutions to meet your financial goals. From investments and planning for retirement to partnerships and tax strategy, Warner Financial does it all. Call Jason today at 317-735-9202. Learn more how about you can secure your financial future. And Jason's office is just down the street from Southport High School on Southport Road, just west of I-65.
I think Coach didn't like what he saw right there. They just had a hard time getting into their set. Wanted to get them organized, and we'll see what they give us coming out of the timeout.
Dantzler lost it, and Dowdy able to track it down. Fifth Southport giveaway.
Both teams really active defensively. Ben Davis, with the exception of Dowdy, they're switching everything 4 ways.
Wyndham will pull, and not that time. Ben Davis has been a little content to shoot the 3 so far in this game. And they can clearly knock them down, but it'll be a foul against KJ Wyndham. His first and team foul number 4. This Ben Davis team come from behind in second halves already this year. Trailed both games of the Raymond James Hall of Fame Classic by 2 before winning by double digits in half number 2. Coming against Penn and Northwood respectively. Miller. White with him step for step. Dantzler down the lane. Dowdy altered it, but Lemba then followed up behind it and put it up and in.
You see that so often. It's great penetration by Dantzler, and the secondary defenders are not really helping, but they're mesmerized by the drive, and then they're not there to block out on the follow-up.
Flare for Zachary. Sharp, tough angle. Nowhere to go. Lemba there waiting on him at 6'6". Pinkston steps through, and Zachary met him at the point of attack. It is off the hands
Great
of
defense.
Zachary.
Held his ground, stayed on the floor, both hands up.
If you had to guess what position Zachary played in football, what would you guess?
I would say he's a wide receiver.
Other side, cornerback. Uses those long arms.
He's trying to stop
as a defensive back. Yep. He used to going up and getting that at the point of attack. Dantzler 3, no, and White, the inside position. Wyndham a bobble, but never fully had control, so no steps were called. Tough catch by Dowdy. Draws a double team and draws a foul.
That was a tough catch. I don't think they really saw the help there because he was back there.
Hanlon picks up the foul. His first and team foul number 5. Number 6, excuse me. Still underneath out of bounds. Ben Davis team averages 64 a game. Credit Southport, what they have done defensively. And again, what strikes me about Southport is how they match Ben Davis's athleticism spot for spot. White, good rebound. White put back, yes. Mark White, his second bucket off the bench. And there are very few teams that can match BD athletically 1 through 5. Southport is one of those teams. Miller's three, no. Dowdy the rebound. And then Dowdy is fouled, and Dowdy will shoot 1 plus the bonus at the other end.
You know, that's the stuff that'll drive you crazy as a coach. You're 90 feet from the basket. You're not going to take it from the guy right here. Don't foul him.
It's on Pinkston.
Don't give him the free ones.
Now for Southport. They'll go a little further to their bench as Jack Turner will check in, a 6'4" sophomore. Dowdy 2 of 2 in his earlier trip to the line. Calmly knocks that one down. Tonight's game presented in part by the Hoosier Shooting Academy. Combine cutting-edge technology with old-school work ethic to make your game better at the Hoosier Shooting Academy. O.C. Paul at 465 in Brookville Road, and always online at HoosierShooting.net. Now he goes 1 for 2. We're tied at 23.
He let that one go, and he was 2 steps off the line before it got to the rim.
Kids don't do that.
Don't do that. If you went to the Hoosier Shooting Academy, you
wouldn't
do that.
That nail is at the free throw line for a reason. Leave it there. Turner off his hands, and a 6th Southport turnover.
Good idea. He just threw it a little bit behind him.
You can see in the shots behind the action. Fantastic crowd on hand here, as we expected. This game featuring the best team in the state against a team that frankly is not getting enough attention in Southport. Zachary. Minute left to play before halftime. Both teams had 16 points in quarter number 1. Both teams 7 points in quarter number 2. Not sure Ben Davis is trying to hold for one here. I'm not sure they're opposed to it either. Now they find Dowdy, and Dowdy dunks it home.
Great pass and a great catch in the crowd.
Foul on Clay Butler, his first, his team foul number 5, so not much damage done there for Ben Davis. Sharp will check in, going to give Butler a breather. Beatty will pick up. Full court man. No trap coming from it just yet. Ben Davis will have the ball, barring a late tie-up. And almost a turnover. It is a turnover, and Zachary scores.
Great hedge on that ball screen. Just kind of stayed with him, playing around with that half-court line.
Dancer off 1 foot, no. Dowdy had it, lost it, and he is fouled. And now, again, free throws at the other end. And there's a run or two like this in every Ben Davis game, and here it comes.
That's the second foul in the last 3 minutes, 90 feet from the basket. Just can't do it. Not giving yourself a chance when you do that.
So Dowdy shoots 1+1.
I do think they were pretty physical with Dantzler there out front, and I'm pretty sure that's what coach is talking to the officials about right now. Because if that call gets made, none of this other stuff happens.
Dowdy connects. Dowdy with 8 tonight.
Let's see if he stays on the line this time.
Zane had 10 points, 8 boards, 3 blocks in the win against Warren 2 nights ago. Another steal. Sharp's 3 does not go, but again, this Ben Davis team is capable of exploding on you. They did to finish the quarter. Last 9 points belong to Ben Davis. They lead by 6 going to the break. 29-23 over Southport. You're watching the Marion County Semifinals on ISC and MyIndy TV.
Other universities didn't fit into my life.
They said I'd have to quit my job to go to school.
They said it would take me 4 years to graduate.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
Shot at the buzzer.
She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Hello. Did it again. Hello. Made the highlight reel again. That goes to Mentor and all kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello. There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow.
This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
Halftime of game number 2. LN beats Pike 65-59 in our first game of the night. Ben Davis leads Southport 29-23 as the Giants look to make the Marion County Final for a second year in a row. Tonight's game presented by the Original Gridiron Gang, who believes that budget limitations shouldn't lead to football limitations. OriginalGridironGang.com and click on the Foundation tab. Learn more about how their training services can be provided at limited or no cost. Underrepresented communities and members of military families. Original Gridiron Gang developing skills on and off the field. We'll get coach's take on this first half when we come back. Ben Davis scores the last 9. They lead by 6. They're leading Southport 29-23 on ISC and MyIndy TV.
Hey, Colts fans, it's your favorite quarterback hater, Rob Mathis, number 98. To date, the Gridiron Gang Foundation and I have provided over 300 scholarships to Indiana youth athletes with on- and off-field life skills development. Our scholarship program has been transformational for many families. Donate today for a chance to watch a Colts game with Robert in the Gridiron Gang Field Suite at Lucas Oil Stadium. Text Mathis to 765-739-GANG to donate today. Go Colts!
Hi, my name is Jason Warner of Warner Financial, an independent investment firm here in Indianapolis. With 10 years of experience as an independent advisor, we provide value to our clients by creating customized investment solutions ranging from managed personal portfolios, 401k planning, and income distribution for retirement plans. We have built Warner Financial with a strong focus in research, diligence to all of our plans, and strong communication with every client. We would love the opportunity to show you our process with a no-cost consultation to discuss your financial future.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
The Southport Cardinal, again, still needs a little work to be more like the St. Joseph's Hawk. If time allows, we'll explain that. Coming up in half number 2. Ben Davis, 29, Southport, 23. Greg Rakestraw, Bill Fenlon with you on ISC and MyIndy TV. Coach, your observations on half number 1.
Well, Greg, I think the Cardinal could be a little more active. I do. I mean, if you're going to put the suit on, get up in the bleachers, start falling around.
Now, the Cardinals on the floor have been very active, though.
Yes, they've been very active. And I'll tell you what, I think both teams, I've really, really enjoyed kind of watching their defensive schemes particularly. They are active, they're athletic, they get after it, but they're really sound fundamentally from a team standpoint. They're not just going crazy trying to make steals. They're playing together on the defensive end of the floor, and it's been a really even game up until this point. I think just a couple of mental errors by Southport down the stretch is the reason why Ben Davis has got a 6-point lead right now.
We'll come back with our Wabash College trivia question plus our first half highlights. Ben Davis looking to run that record to 17-0. They lead Southport 29-23 on ISC and MyIndy TV.
At Forum Credit Union, our small business professionals work with local companies to help them prosper. We know that running a small business is more than a full-time job, and our services give you the guidance and support your business needs. Visit forumcu.com to see how. At Forum Credit Union, we help members plan for life's major milestones. Our team of wealth advisors work with members at every stage, from changing jobs and 401ks to creating wealth plans for future generations. Learn more at forumcu.com.
Indianapolis is the heart of college basketball, and every March, the home of the Horizon League men's and women's basketball championships. 4 men's teams and 4 women's teams look to reach the horizon and punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum. Semifinal action takes place Monday, March the 6th, and the Horizon League champions are crowned on Tuesday, March the 7th. Visit horizonleague.com/Indy for more information and to score your tickets today. Once again, that's horizonleague.com/Indy.
McCulling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is
God, there you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Ellen's way.
Wrestler! Whoa! The drive, the take, fouled, and it goes!
Lobbing it to the back of the end zone. They're going to say it's a touchdown.
Left foot gets through. Goal for Vargas. Hamilton will score! It is time for our Wabash College Trivia question. Ben Davis leading Southport 29-23 at halftime. And this, a special question courtesy of Brent Harris, the tremendous SID at Wabash College. This college basketball coach went 31-23 over 33 years of competing against the Wabash College Little Giants. Bill Fenlon, can you name that coach?
I'm going to say there's a good chance that that's me.
Bill Fenlon is the correct answer. 3 years at Rose-Hulman, 30 years at DePauw, and thank you for Brent Harris for that background information. That is a very pro DePauw stat.
Yeah, Brent throwing out the winning record thing. That's hard to do.
Bill was 17-23 against Mac Petty. There we go. We'll balance that out in our Wabash College Trivia question. Now a quick look at our first half highlights. Bill, while those fly
I have
by,
to look that one up.
I'll show you the
one.
email. Give me your thoughts as to what kind of both coaches are going to focus on here in half number 2.
Well, I think it's more of the same. I think they've both got pretty good formulas. I would think that we'll see Ben Davis maybe trying to go inside a little bit more and take a little bit more advantage of that matchup. But again, as I said before at the beginning of the game, taking care of it, right? Continuing to defend and taking advantage of opportunities when you have them.
Again, our score at the break, it is Ben Davis 29 and Southport 23. Third quarter action comes your way next on ISC and MyIndy TV.
Hi, my name is Jason Warner of Warner Financial, an independent investment firm here in Indianapolis. With 10 years of experience as an independent advisor, we provide value to our clients by creating customized investment solutions ranging from managed personal portfolios, 401k planning, and income distribution for retirement plans. We have built Warner Financial with a strong focus in research, diligence to all of our plans, and strong communication with every client. We would love the opportunity to show you our process with a no-cost consultation to discuss your financial future.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
We're back at Southport Fieldhouse. Thank you, Jordan Shue, Dennis Glover, Vince Morales, Alan Hughes, the courageous baseline camera operator Alan Hughes, and Rob Lynch. Alongside, longtime DePaul coach Bill Fenlon. My name is Greg Rakestraw. Thank you so much for joining us. Sean Arnold had the first bucket of half number 1. He has the first bucket of half number 2.
On the same set. Went to the high, looked at the high-low. They took it away, and he just drove it out of the high position.
So carrying momentum over from half number 1. It's an 11-0 spurt by Ben Davis, 31-23. And of late, the third quarter has been kind of the knockout blow for Ben Davis. Lemba, good move, just missed the shot. Zachary will pull from 16, and again, I don't think that's what Don Carlisle was looking for.
A little ill-advised possibly there.
And Don just puts his hand up and says, hold on. Butler on the drive, looked for contact, didn't get it. But then Dantzler gives it right back. Zachary, Butler, bucket, 10-point lead. Timeout, Eric Brand.
Got to take care of it.
30-second timeout. We will keep it right here. But the 9th Southport turnover gives Ben Davis a good look. On the GXO replay, gives Zachary the assist.
That's about textbook 2-on-1 right there.
This 30-second timeout presented by Warner Financial, a firm who utilizes customized investment solutions to meet your financial goals. From investments in planning for retirement to partnerships and tax strategy, Warner Financial does it all. Call them today, 317-735-9202. Learn more about how you can secure your financial future. Just saw Eric Eckelbarger walk by me. What a job he has done in building the program at IU Kokomo. I'm not sure they're going to play basketball next year, but another IU branch campus is going to join that league, the River States Conference. They're going to start playing, in fact, they started this year, playing intercollegiate athletics at IUPUC in Columbus.
I think I read about that, actually.
Playing baseball and softball this spring. They'll play soccer and volleyball next year. You would think basketball would soon follow.
It's Indiana.
Here's Lemba, and Lemba traveled.
If you're going to have an athletic program, it's got to be basketball, doesn't it?
That's where you start, right? Hanlon will check in. We're going to give Lemba a breather. Again, Nickens Lemba is the young man that, think back 3 years ago, he was the young man who was brought over from Africa under some circumstances that were less than ideal. There were some potential improprieties that were involved in that. I am so happy for the young man that he has now had 3 years of varsity basketball where he can simply play. And he's a good player for Southport too, as Zachary gets the bucket. He's got 4. 15 in a row for Ben Davis until, well, still the case because Miller missed it. And this is kind of typical of Ben Davis. It's a close game. You look up and it's a 14-point game. And Sharp with his first bucket of the game. And now the timeout for Southport.
I think that's a really good timeout. They've got to settle down before it gets completely away from them right here.
While they settle down, we will step aside. 37-23 on the Indiana State replay. Sharp the bucket. 2-touchdown lead for Ben Davis on ISC and My Indy TV.
Wabash always fights. Our motto brings the spirit of competition to everything we do. In top-notch athletics, we have a championship pedigree that is unrivaled. Off the field, we boast outstanding theater, music, and choral programs, intense intramurals, gaming, and more. The Wabash experience doesn't end at the classroom. Whether you play to win or just for fun, this is the place to be. Come to Wabash. Play more.
Still on his feet. Stevens lunges. Are you kidding me? Champions of Marion County. Unbelievable. Touchdown.
Living up to that last name. Wabash has the lead for the first time today. So that was going to be a highlight reel.
Oh, baby. Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
So back-to-back timeouts more or less taken by Eric Brand in Southport. Now a little zone look here potentially by BD, which is rare for them. A little different wrinkle out of the timeout. Deflection, but goes right to Hanlon, who missed it. And Butler will track it down. So Southport has not scored in the first 2.5 minutes of the quarter.
I like it, though. You know, you're coming out of a timeout. You know they need a bucket. You give them a different look. It messes up everything they talked about in the timeout, and it worked.
Dowdy. Dantzler going to foul him. And a little, again, conversation after the fact. Second foul on Dantzler. Underneath, out of bounds to Ben Davis. Lemba will check back in, and again, there's no answer to guard Dowdy unless Lemba's in the game for Southport. Because there are so few that match Dowdy's size and strength. Flory Madunga of Kokomo, to some degree Xavier Booker of Cathedral, and that's almost the list. And Ben Davis is number 1. They already own victories over numbers 2, 3, and 4 in the state. In Ben Davis, Brownsburg, and Penn. Or Cathedral, Brownsburg, and Penn. High-low, catch, turn, and 1. Bucket by Dowdy, he's got 11.
There's that little freeze fake that we talked about in the first half. Makes a good catch on the high-low, and then just freezes him, gives the referee an opportunity to call it, and then he's able to balance himself back up and go through contact.
It is a 19-point spurt dating back to late in the second quarter for Ben Davis. Dowdy extends that.
So you got to take that little fake to college with him, because that is a valuable, valuable thing to have in your bag, and a lot harder to get guys to do than you would think.
Pinkston for 3, not that time. Hanlon. Now Miller. Pinkston had 7 first-half points. Dantzler has made 1 3-point field goal tonight, that's it. And Zachary with him step for step. Lemba, no. Good look that wouldn't go. Butler tracks it down. Here comes BD. Zachary for 3, no. Hanlon has beaten the defense down the floor. Dantzler, 3, no. Pinkston, nope. Sharp, Arnold, basket.
Oh, what a great pass.
And a foul called as well.
Ben Davis has really ramped the pressure up here to start the second half, and is threatening to run away with this thing.
Partner, I have seen Ben Davis's 4 of their last 5 games, and it is a formula that works. They pick up the pressure in quarter number 3, and it is like a boa constrictor. It is a vice that you can't get out of. At least no team has done that so far this year, as Arnold misses the and 1 opportunity. Well, 22 in a row for Ben Davis, 42-23. LN potentially awaits tomorrow night. Lemba, no. Dantzler from 15, yes. The streak is broken, and Dantzler gets his second bucket.
Stop the bleeding.
So Sharp goes 84 feet. His high archer does not go. And Lemba the rebound. Throw it up top for Lemba. Nickens Lemba with 8. And Don Carlisle sensing a little momentum for the home team. He will call a 30-second timeout. And Lemba takes a path through the Ben Davis huddle.
That was an interesting route to take to the bench on the timeout.
So a couple of assistant coaches having a pretty civil conversation about it. An official walks over and everybody kind of saying, okay, everybody's,
you know what? I like that.
Everybody's good, yep.
He's just kind of letting them know that, hey, it's going to probably be problems if we're going to let this kid do that.
And again, these teams will likely see each other a third time, because these two and Pike are all in the same sectional. Also in that sectional, Parameridian, Decatur Central, Franklin Central in that sectional for the first time.
You know, I think very often young guys can mistake competitiveness for things that happen when the clock's not running, right? That's not when you show that you're competitive. You compete while the clock is running.
Tonight's game presented in part by GXO Logistics. Unlock your potential with a career at GXO Logistics. Visit gxo.job/Indiana today. Brian Murphy being called in, the athletic director here at Southport. Not sure if that's maybe a student-related issue or full court press by Southport. Sharp fakes the behind the back, lay it up and in. Now Dantzler blew a tire. Yep, there was no contact there. He just slipped, traveling against Southport. And now a technical's been called. They'll go a double up teeing, and that's just the official thing. Guys, this is starting to get chippy. Enough of this. So Dantzler be called for I think Butler, will be the guilty party for Ben Davis. So a personal foul on both. Dantzler, it'll be his third.
You just got to walk away from each other right there.
Yep. Butler will be his second foul. No free throws in the double tech. It'll be out of bounds to Ben Davis. KJ Wyndham will check in, going to give Butler a breather. Eric Brand getting his money's worth.
Dantzler hit the deck and Butler was just standing there. The call was made, and then neither one of them moved away.
Right. This is an overtime game when these two teams played each other on November the 30th. They will learn if they will play each other a third time when the pairing show happens for boys basketball 5 weeks from tomorrow, February the 19th. Three-quarter court pickup by Southport. Arnold at the elbow. Turns down the shot. Zachary does not. And Hanlon. Been impressive on those long rebounds off the bench is Hanlon. Miller the blow by all the way down and just missed the bunny. Hanlon, good read. Fight for the loose ball. Wyndham will track it down and Ben Davis will cycle it back out up top. Tough move by Wyndham. Great body control by Arnold. Good recognition.
Yeah, really good job of avoiding the charge right there.
And Arnold be called for the foul. I'm thinking he and Lemba come together after the play. So fouling Arnold to be his second. And this is obviously going to be a very tight whistle now the rest of the way. So both teams will need to adjust to that going forward.
And it should be. And it should be.
Hanlon will check out as Jeff Pinkston will check back in. Mark White going to enter here for Ben Davis. I think it's just, again, Don Carlisle saying, all right, basically if you've been called for kind of a close foul, a little after conversation, Don has pulled the hook on both players just to cool guys off.
Like, hey, what's going on?
Veteran move by DC on the Ben Davis sidelines. Dantzler's pull-up three is good. His second made triple. This game's not over just yet. 16-point game late in the third quarter. Dowdy turns off the window, missed it, but gets it back. Step through, got it again. Dowdy with 14. There's so few teams have an answer for him. Dantzler, no. Long rebound. Three in the corner for Wyndham. Takes one dribble, lines it up. He got fouled by Miller, and now KJ Wyndham will shoot three.
You know, I think there's a tendency to want to go too fast when you're down big, and that can pile the dirt on the grave.
So as Wyndham goes to the line for three, let's thank Scott Nichols of State Farm Insurance. Some things in life are automatic, like State Farm agent Scott Nichols offering surprisingly great rates on auto insurance. Give Scott Nichols a call here in Indy, located on the west side, right next to Ben Davis High School. You think she'll be automatically glad you did, like a good neighbor. State Farm and Scott Nichols are there. Wyndham averaging 10 a game. He had 19 in Wednesday's victory against Warren Central. And you see on that baseline camera replay, that may have been a Reggie Miller-like draw of contact or what looked like contact in a three-point try by KJ. Wyndham only makes one of three. And Lemba, the uncontested rebound. Again, the zone look here by Ben Davis.
I think they're in a little bit of a 1-2-2.
Pinkston, no. Dowdy comes out of there with it. Halftime, it was 29-23, so you can do the math. Much like Bills players at Rose-Hulman. 20-7, the score in the third quarter. Sharp. A quick glance at the official, no 5-second count being applied. Now it's on, so he'll have to move the basketball, but creating just enough space where that count goes away.
Middle ball screen.
And Pinkston not close enough to get that 5. Sharp. Now checked by Lemba. Clock is on your screen. Zachary needs to go. Gets downhill, got fouled. On the floor. Just the 6th-team foul, so no shots out of that, but he'll be underneath out of bounds with 2.2 left to go in the quarter. That foul on Dantzler, by the way, because of that technical, now becomes his 4th.
That's a lob here.
Wyndham on the flare. Cutter is White off the window. No tip. Dowdy, yes. Zane Dowdy got it to go. Dowdy was 16, and the lead grows now for Ben Davis to 21. 8 minutes of basketball left to play. Ben Davis, 51. Southport, 30. We'll take one more look on our way out the door as you're watching on ISC and My Indy TV.
At Forum Credit Union, we provide smart ways to borrow money for life's planned and unplanned expenses. We also have fun, easy ways to save money. See how Forum can help you with your financial goals at forumcu.com. At Forum Credit Union, we know strong communities invest in education. That's why the Forum Foundation has given over $800,000 to local educators and students pursuing their collegiate dreams. Learn how Forum gives back at forumcu.com.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Free to the rim.
Back at Southport Fieldhouse, let's thank our tremendous ISC Sports Network crew. Thank you to Jordan Shue, Dennis Glover, Vince Morales, Alan Hughes, and Rob Lynch. We'll be here again tomorrow night. 7 o'clock, the Marion County Championship. County flexing after that putback. He's got 16 to lead all scores. Ben Davis put 22 on the board in the third quarter. Lead grew from 6 to 21. Lemba, the jump hook, scores it. Lemba with 10. Full court pickup here by Southport.
Beyond the scoring, they really put the clamps on Southport in that quarter.
That was a 7-point quarter for Southport. In fact, it was back-to-back 7-point quarters for Southport after they scored 16 in the first. Sharp downhill. Lemba altered it, and then Dowdy got collected with Lemba. The foul was on Dowdy. That's his first foul, team foul number 3. Miller will pull from 17. No. Long rebound, Zachary. Defense to offense quickly. Sharp, that's a foul. Miller grabbed an arm on the way up. 2 free throws coming up.
Southport having a really hard time figuring out what they want to do with this 1-2-2 zone that Ben Davis is showing. That time they hit it with a ball screen.
So as Sharp goes the free throw line, let's thank our buddy Aaron Pittman and virtual announcer. Make your game day experience the absolute best by hiring Aaron. And if he can't be there, he'll be your virtual announcer. And that's for any sport, not just hoops. Find out more and how affordable it can be at Virtual Announce on social or by calling 317-800-0612. Of course, Aaron spent some time on the public address mic at Ben Davis High School. Dave Lindsay handles the football responsibilities, and John Easter will fill in from time to time. John, who is about 3 feet in front of me at the WBDG radio booth here at Southport tonight. That'll be a bump foul on Wyndham. His second, team foul number 4. After Sharp missed both of his free throws.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of free throws in this quarter.
Yep. Already in the bonus is Ben Davis. Lemba. Nice feed. It's Tanner Piercefield just checked in for the first time for Southport. Nice move. Lemba with a dozen. Sharp down the lane. Lemba waiting on him. Blocked it. If there's a run in Southport, it has to be now. Dantzler, a bobble but a recovery. Pinkston, Zachary. Great hustle going both ways, and Mark White thought he had tipped that ball loose for a layup, but deemed to be a foul.
I got lost on that one. I'm not sure exactly what happened.
Ball pinball about 4 different people in the span of about a millisecond.
Banging all over the place.
Sharp going to get a breather for Ben Davis. Clay Butler has checked back in. Lemba, no. Dowdy tips it once. Wyndham tipped it a second time, but Dantzler tracks it down. Miller for 3. Not that time. And Wyndham somehow saves it. So does Zachary. Dowdy tracks it down, then he lost it. And that's a foul. Zachary got him on the way up. And they'll say on the shot. So 2 coming up for A.J. Dantzler. Dantzler's first free throws of the night. He's got 8 points in total. Tonight's game presented in part by Indiana State University. Graduating outstanding Sycamore since 1865. Real risk takers, real achievers, and real game changers wear blue. Find out more at indstate.edu.
There's still time for them to weasel their way back in if they can limit the turnovers. They don't really have to shoot it as quick as it seems like they feel like they want to.
Dantzler makes 1 of 2. Last 5 points belong to Southport. Starting to work their way up that mountain. Still down by 16. White. Dowdy was being held by Lemba. Zane Dowdy will get 1 plus the bonus. For Lemba, that is his 3rd foul. Sean Arnold will check back in for BD.
I'm not sure that was, I felt like he was in pretty good shape right there trying to defend that high-low.
Dowdy from the line tonight is 6 of 7. No doubt about that one.
Well, it's a bonus when you got a guy who's going to get whacked as often as this guy is for him to come up and be such a good free throw shooter.
And he frankly has spent a lot of time working on that element of his game, knowing there is a well-worn path to the free throw line.
He should. He's going to be up there. And they're free.
Pinkston Made one in the first half, makes that one too. Pinkston with 10. All the points from Southport coming from 4 players, and that's not atypical for Coach Brand's group. Lead is now 15 with 5.5 to play. Just as much about getting stops for Southport as it is made baskets at the other end. The feed to Dowdy. Goes up, off the window, no, second chance, he's fouled. How, at the high school level, do you defend that?
Well, the way you defend it is when they hit that guy with the passer, the high guy in the high-low, you got to have ball pressure on him. You got to make him dribble it. You can't let him hold the ball over his head and just feed it on the high-low. You got to make that, you pick your poison, right? You make that guy put it on the floor rather than feed for layups and dunks.
Dowdy now in 19. And make it 20. Pinkston turns down the 3, and Dowdy waiting on him. Butler to White. White. Lemba pins it to the backboard. Great recovery.
Good hustle.
And then Lemba lost it. Arnold couldn't save it. Lemba misses. Partner, this game is not short of athleticism.
No, these guys are flying around.
There is a high wire act taking place in this game. Welcome to the Marion County Tournament. Dowdy that time couldn't go get it.
You've seen that action over and over again with a guy running the baseline off Dowdy's screen, trying to get it and look for the quick angle feed from the wing. That time they just turned it over, not a great pass.
On the drive, Miller got bumped, and Keon Miller will shoot 2. That goes against Clay Butler. It'll be his 3rd foul. Tonight's game presented in part by Family Source Insurance and Pat Cherry. Design independence, and that applies to your insurance as well. Family Source Insurance works with 8 different brands to ensure you get the best rates, period. 2 great locations to serve you in Greenfield and on the south side, and always available online at FamilySourceInsurance.com. Miller now with 8. And make it 9. Sharp, after a couple of minute respite, will check back in. Mark White will check out. This has been about as tight of a rotation as we have seen from Ben Davis all year. They have played 7 in tonight's game. Jesse Ferris normally is player number 8. Jameer Carnell number 9. They have yet to get off the bench in tonight's game. This is the 3rd game in 4 days for Ben Davis. Again, the lead to Dowdy. Dowdy goes up. Lemba got a piece. Dowdy gets it back. Dowdy got fouled. That'll be by Pinkston. And Dowdy will shoot 2.
Same set.
Yep.
Ran him up the baseline. Looking for the angle. Got the angle. And now it's just a matter of him freeze faking, taking the contact, finishing, getting fouled.
Bill, would you zone this Ben Davis team, even knowing how good of a 3-point shooting team they are because of Dowdy?
Maybe. I do think that what I said a second ago on the high-low, it also applies to what we just saw. You got to jump the passer. Anytime anybody's looking to feed the post, he's got to be a dribbler. He can't be a post feeder.
Dowdy misses them both. Midway through the quarter, lead is down. Maybe not down enough for Southport. It's 15, it was 21. 3, Pinkston, no. But that's going to be a foul on Arnold, and that'll be 1 plus the bonus.
The problem with the zone is it becomes even harder to keep him off the glass because you don't have a guy who's kind of assigned to doing that job.
Jeff Pinkston, 6'4" senior, 2 points, 2 rebounds a game. 9 of 13 from the line this season. High arcing shot that does not go, and Dowdy collects the rebound. To Pinkston's credit, he traps and forces a turnover. Miller, blocking foul, give it to him. Miller with 11. Well, the 4 players that have scored for Southport have all been very balanced. Dantzler 9, Miller 11, Lemba 12, and Jaden Pinkston with 10. A chance to get it down to 12 with 3:50 left to go. And a timeout taken, a full timeout by Don Carlisle. We will step aside. 3:50 left to play in this one. Ben Davis's lead is down 8 from a tie at 21. 55-42, moving through the fourth on ISC and My Indy TV.
Hi, my name is Jason Warner of Warner Financial, an independent investment firm here in Indianapolis. With 10 years of experience as an independent advisor, we provide value to our clients by creating customized investment solutions ranging from managed personal portfolios, 401k planning, and income distribution for retirement plans. We have built Warner Financial with a strong focus in research, diligence to all of our plans, and strong communication with every client. We would love the opportunity to show you our process with a no-cost consultation to discuss your financial future.
Ball here. Harris scores. With 19 seconds.
Big players, big boy. I'm telling you right now, that's awesome. I love it. Oh! That's the finish.
You get a layup taken and an and one. So Miller to shoot the and one here. 2 of 2 from the line tonight, 81% from the line this season. And missed that one. Dowdy snares another rebound.
Can't really afford to be empty right there at this stage.
4-corner here for Ben Davis. They are likely in layup territory at this point, which is exactly what Butler just took. 9 for Clay Butler.
Great finish.
He'll play Division II basketball next year, as will Sean Arnold. Great move by A.J. Dantzler. He's got 11, and then stealing a foul. Miller had it. Arnold going to be whistled for the foul. For Arnold, that is his 4th foul. And Keon Miller will get 1 plus the bonus, maybe even the 2-shot foul at this juncture. It will be the double bonus on the 10th team foul.
A little sloppy on the, you're getting pressed, right? There's no reason to be in a hurry. The clock is running. Get your press break set. Get in. Get the ball in, get some space, and go to attack.
Tonight's game presented by ADP and Anthony Bennett. Do you know that ADP pays 1 in 6 Americans? And do you know that if you mention ISC, you can get the full range of ADP services free for 3 months? That's right, ISC and ADP have partnered to help your small business, and it's free for 3. Call Anthony Bennett at 317-427-8249 or email anthony.bennett@adp.com. And be sure to mention ISC. Miller makes the first of 2. Arnold will take a seat. Miller makes them both. Again, an 11-point game. Zachary by his lonesome. Wyndham back in for Butler. Zachary on the drive. It reverses course to get it to Sheridan Sharp. And Sharp is fouled by Miller. And so Sharp, who missed his first 2 free throws, now will take 2 more. Sharp 4 points tonight, averages 10 a game, had 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists in Wednesday's victory against Warren Central. Tournament path for Ben Davis started by beating the defending 3A champs in Beech Grove on Tuesday, as Sharp misses again. And the door is open ever so slightly here. The lead has been whittled down from 21 to 11.
I think you're right. It looks like Ben Davis has decided they're going to take layups or nothing, spread it out a little bit, run clock.
Sharp got that one. Really for Ben Davis's points about getting stops. Doesn't have to be threes for Southport, but needs to be points most every time down. Lemon patrolling the middle of that zone. He'll take it from 14. Knew it wasn't good when it left his hands. Is enough to keep it alive. Dantzler from 16, no. The homer ends unkind, and Lemba couldn't hang on to it.
I like the fact that they got it into the interior of the zone, because that's the best way really to get a three-point shot. Let it touch the paint. But that off-balance fadeaway contested shot by Lemba is probably not the answer.
And a hold off the ball. And we'll see free throws at the other end. So Pinkston commits the foul, his fourth. And without a tick of a second coming off the clock, we'll see 2 free throws now as both teams are in the double bonus. We've raved about the athleticism in tonight's game. That applies on defense too. Nothing comes easy in the paint against either of these teams. As we return to live action, Zachary. It's the first of 2 to go. If you're just joining us, he was offered a football scholarship by Purdue today. He's a sophomore, by the way. Zachary misses the second. Yep. Dowdy closing out the corner of that zone. Sharp, the steal. Zachary got fouled. Tough landing for Keon Miller. He literally landed right on the basketball. That's going to sting for the rest of the game. Miller commits the foul, and we'll see 2 more free throws coming up for Mark Zachary. We may need to get Vince Morales full protective gear because for that camera you see that's kind of moving right now in our general direction. He has been the center of activity over the course of this second half.
He's on the transition right-hander's side. So guys that are trying to attack, and most of the players are right-handed, he might want to think next time about being on that left side.
We'll see if we can borrow some catcher's gear from the Southport baseball team for him. Zachary again makes 1 of 2. Miller in the lane, and Dowdy sends it sideways, and they reach and foul against Ben Davis. We'll see 2 more free throws coming up. That goes against Sheridan Sharp. I think Valparaiso is getting an absolute steal.
I don't know how many blocks he's got.
About 5 or 6
but
is my best guess.
They've been pretty emphatic.
Yes.
Every one of them.
Hanlon gets the free throw to go. And makes them both. Lead is 12, but just 2:09 left to play. And Hanlon will foul Sharp, and so Sharp is 1 of 4 from the line.
That's the guy to get at this point.
Sharp or Southport will play the foul game and hope for the best. This reminder, fans, that Hoosier Basketball Magazine's 2022-2023 issue is now available in a gym near you. You can call to find out where you can pick up your copy at 317-925-8200. Sharp makes the first. Sharp makes the second. 7 for Sheridan.
He's dialed it in.
Both teams with 2 more timeouts remaining if they feel the need to call them. Dantzler, the contested 3. Lemba with the rebound for Southport. Zachary makes him bobble it, but big fella able to recover it. And then a foul going to be called against Ben Davis. I thought that time that Dantzler kind of got tied up on his own guy, trying to split that, but said it's been a tighter whistle in the fourth quarter.
You know, some college coach is going to get a good player in Lemba.
Yep.
Super athletic, really raw. He's just got a huge upside in terms of developing some offensive skills over time, and he plays really hard. He's got an extremely high motor.
Dantzler the miss. Dantzler now with 12. 4 different Cardinals in double figures. And Miller picks up the foul. And the parade to the free throw line will continue. How is retirement treating you, my friend?
Well, here's the biggest plus, is that when I leave here tonight, I'm going to sleep like a baby. And that is just not the case when your livelihood depends on outcomes that are happening a couple of times a week.
My guess is you would have recruited one of Kevin Smith's players over the years in his days at Whiteland, other stops along the way, and Kevin's former head coach at Whiteland. Kevin was my broadcast partner on radio for several years, and after the first game he did with me, he goes, "This is wonderful. I'm going to leave with a smile regardless of who wins."
Yep, I'm like a referee now.
Broadcaster works for that too.
I'm great no matter what.
Dantzler connects. Dantzler with 15. By the way, Miller fouled out on that last foul for Southport after Zachary made 1 of 2. 11-point game, 90 seconds left to go. Southport not giving a foul here. Almost surprised they're not at this point, given how they played it to this juncture. Dantzler can't foul. He's got 4. So Sharp is wise to make either him foul him or somebody else come to him. He's doing just enough to break that 5-second count. So this is about 25 seconds off the clock on this possession. But there's a bobble. Zachary just kind of walks the tightrope, and the game of keep away continues. And the Ben Davis fans are starting to stand and applaud. Again, at 17-0, this is their best start in 87 years. The chance of "We Are BD." They hope to chant that one more time tomorrow night.
Well, unless they foul or they score, it's an 11-point game, and you got to chalk it up to just that stretch coming out of the locker room at halftime where Ben Davis just put a chokehold on the game.
It'll be Ben Davis and Lawrence North tomorrow night. We'll have it for you at 7 o'clock on ISC and MyNDTV. Southport, a good battle, but for a second time this year, they will go down in defeat. Downey with a catch, and again, he's not going to try to score it here. Ben Davis takes the last 90 ticks off the clock, and they will walk to the locker room 17-0 on the season. Again, Lemon, Wyndham, a little back and forth at the end of the game, and no need for that going in either direction. No need for these guys to get tied up. Maybe the handshake line isn't the best thing tonight. Yep, we'll separate players tonight. Thankfully, calmer and cooler heads prevailed very quickly. Coaches exchanging handshakes. No problem the Stabs have with each other tonight. Final score, Ben Davis 63, Southport 52. Post-game show comes your way next on ISC and MyNDTV.
At Forum Credit Union, we make it easy to focus on what matters most, removing unneeded stress and worry. From making secure mobile payments to earning cash back on everyday purchases, we've got you covered. See more at forumcu.com. At Forum Credit Union, we know it's not always easy to manage your finances. That's why we post quick tip videos and infographics every month to help you with all of life's big and small financial decisions. Follow us today and access free resources at forumcu.com.
McCulling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is good.
There you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Ellen's way.
Wrestler!
Wrestler!
Whoa! Fans are filing towards the exits here at Southport Fieldhouse. The Cardinals fall in the semifinal of this event for a second year in a row. This time they fall to the number 1 team in the state. Ben Davis wins it by a score of 63-52. Scoring in this one, Zane Dowdy with 20. He was the only Ben Davis player in double figures, but very balanced after him. 9 for Clay Butler, 9 for Sean Arnold, 7 for Sheridan Sharp, KJ Wyndham, and Mark Zachary. 4 for Mark White, that's it. Just 7 played for Don Carlisle's team tonight. For Southport, AJ Dantzler, 15. Keon Miller, 13. 12 for Nickens Lemba, 10 for Jaden Pinkston, 2 for Shane Hanlon, Jeff Pinkston, Tanner Piercefield, and Jack Turner all played briefly but did not score. We'll take this quick timeout. We'll come back and thank some more of our great sponsors and get coaches' final thoughts on this one. Again, we are on to the championship game. It'll be Ben Davis and Lawrence North. We'll keep talking about this one next on ISC and MyIndy TV.
Hi, my name is Jason Warner of Warner Financial, an independent investment firm here in Indianapolis. With 10 years of experience as an independent advisor, we provide value to our clients by creating customized investment solutions ranging from managed personal portfolios, 401k planning, and income distribution for retirement plans. We have built Warner Financial with a strong focus in research, diligence to all of our plans, and strong communication with every client. We would love the opportunity to show you our process with a no-cost consultation to discuss your financial future.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Back at Southport Fieldhouse, we got one more game to play tomorrow night, that being for the Marion County Championship. Ben Davis will play for it for a second consecutive year, looking to win it for the first time in 28 years as they beat Southport tonight 63-52. Tonight's game on ISC and MyIndy TV brought to us by Forum Credit Union, helping people live their financial dreams for over 80 years. Innovative products and services. Find out more at forumcu.com. By Indiana State University, where Sycamores continually prove that real game changers wear blue. By Franciscan Sports Medicine. Visit franciscanhealth.org/sports training for more information. By GXO Logistics. We engineer faster, smarter, leaner supply chains. Learn more at gxo.com. By Wabash College. Visit Wabash today at wabash.edu. By Warner Financial. From investments in planning for retirement to partnerships and tax strategy, Warner Financial does it all. And by WGU Indiana. WGU, the University of You. Bill Fenlon, your final thoughts on this one.
Well, I think we got a chance to see why Ben Davis is the #1 team in the state. Terrifically balanced all over the floor and a great inside presence in Dowdy and a great defensive scheme, tremendous athleticism and activity on the ball. It's going to take a pretty good basketball team to beat these guys.
Again, the team that has come closest to beating Ben Davis was Southport. That was not tonight. That was the game back on November the 30th. And again, these two teams will likely see each other again come sectional time in early March. We'll take this quick timeout. We'll come back with our Scott Nichols and State Farm Insurance Player of the Game. That'll wrap up our doubleheader coverage from the South Side tonight. BD wins it 63-52. They are 17-0 for the first time since the mid-30s. Back to wrap it up next on ISC and MyIndy TV.
Hey, Colts fans, it's your favorite quarterback hater, Rob Mathis, number 98. To date, the Gridiron Gang Foundation and I have provided over 300 scholarships to Indiana youth athletes with on- and off-field life skills development. Our scholarship program has been transformational for many families. Donate today for a chance to watch a Colts game with Robert in the Gridiron Gang Field Suite at Lucas Oil Stadium. Text Mathis to 765-739-GANG to donate today. Go Colts!
Hi there, I'm Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we do Query and Schultz on ISC Sports Network. And Derek, unlike Ted Lasso, we have a third season.
That's right. Season number 3 right now, ISCSportsNetwork.com. You can see episodes on Comcast 81 as well, Mondays at 7:30. I'm talking about our show, Jake, this beloved show that people tune into every single week. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. So many ways to watch Query and Schultz every Monday, 7:30. Tune in and hang out with us.
And you don't have to be a goldfish. You'll remember everything we say.
Lights are going down. Folks are heading out. Time for us to exit stage left for about 21 and a half hours as we're back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Mike Broughton, the Indiana All-Star Game Director, joins me on that one. For the Marion County Championship, Ben Davis and Lawrence North. First things first, though, our player of the game is brought to us by Scott Nichols of State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Scott Nichols and State Farm is there, and thankfully so too for Ben Davis is Zane Dowdy. He is their insurance policy. Whether it's block shots, whether it's rebounds, or making free throws, he has 20 tonight to lead Ben Davis to victory. Dowdy, and the team's leading scorer. We'll get his full rundown in terms of rebounds and blocks and have that for you for tomorrow night's game. We've wrapped this one up. Bill, overall, your thoughts on the doubleheader of basketball you saw here tonight?
Thanks. I was really impressed with all four of these teams. There's a lot of really good athletes on the court. Tomorrow night should be interesting. Lawrence North has got to find a way to rebound with these guys, and if they can do that, I think they've got a chance. But if they can't, it's going to be a tough night because Ben Davis is everything that everyone thinks they are.
This is an unusually undersized Lawrence North team, and it's not a good year for that to be the case, courtesy of Dowdy, Arnold, and others. Coach, a pleasure. Let's do this again soon.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
For Bill Fenley and our entire ISC Sports Network crew, this is Greg Rakestraw. Goodbye for now from Southport Fieldhouse. Right back here tomorrow night at 7 as we'll crown a Marion County Championship. Until then, good night. Thanks for joining us on ISC and My Indy TV.
Hi, my name is Jason Warner of Warner Financial, an independent investment firm here in Indianapolis. With 10 years of experience as an independent advisor, we provide value to our clients by creating customized investment solutions ranging from managed personal portfolios, 401k planning, and income distribution for retirement plans. We have built Warner Financial with a strong focus in research, diligence to all of our plans, and strong communication with every client. We would love the opportunity to show you our process with a no-cost consultation to discuss your financial future.
Hi there, I'm Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we do Query and Schultz on ISC Sports Network. And Derek, unlike Ted Lasso, we have a third season.
That's right. Season number 3 right now, ISCSportsNetwork.com. You can see episodes on Comcast 81 as well, Mondays at 7:30. I'm talking about our show, Jake, this beloved show that people tune into every single week. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, so many ways to watch Query and Schultz every Monday, 7:30. Tune in and hang out with us.
And you don't have to be a goldfish. You'll remember everything we say.